There may be things happening in your relationship right now that you think are normal, like normal marriage conflict, normal mood swings, normal misunderstandings. But if you are with a female narcissist, they are not normal, and they are signs of narcissistic abuse. And the dangerous part is they don't feel explosive. They feel subtle. They feel confusing. They feel like maybe it's your fault. In this video, I'm breaking down 9 things you have probably normalized that are actually patterns of narcissistic abuse by a female narcissist. And by the end of this episode, you won't just feel validated, you'll feel clear. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Narc Free Man Podcast.
Welcome back to the Narc Free Man Podcast. I'm Philip Dugas. If you have ever asked yourself, is this relationship normal? Am I overreacting? Why do I feel smaller every year? This episode is for you. Narcissistic abuse doesn't usually start with shouting. It starts with erosion. Let's break down the 9 signs of narcissistic abuse from a female narcissist. Sign number 1 is constant criticism disguised as help. She says she's just trying to improve you. It's never balanced. It's never encouraging, never constructive. It's your tone, your leadership, your parenting, your career, your personality. And slowly you start second guessing yourself. That's not growth, that's erosion. The second sign is emotional withdrawal as punishment. For example, after a conflict, she shuts down, goes cold, gives you the silent treatment. She's distant. No resolutions, no attempt at repairing. Just emotional punishment. And you start modifying your behavior to avoid that freeze. That's all conditioning. The third sign is blame shifting in every argument. No matter what the issue is, it becomes your fault. If you bring up a moment she disrespected you, suddenly you are too sensitive or too reactive or too defensive. So you start apologizing for bringing things up. That's manipulation. The fourth sign to look out for is her rewriting history. You remember what happened, but she says that's not how it went, or you are twisting it, or that never happened. And over time, you begin doubting your own memory. That's gaslighting. The fifth thing to watch out for is public charm and private control. Out in public, she's magnetic, she's kind, she's put together and admired. In private, behind closed doors, she's critical of you, she's cold, she's controlling and manipulative. And when you try to explain it, people say, "What? She seems amazing." That isolation is part of the abuse pattern. The sixth thing is making you feel responsible for her emotions. If she's upset, it's your job to fix it. If she's distant, you must have caused it. If she explodes, you triggered her. You become the emotional regulator. That's not partnership, that's parentification. The seventh sign is subtle humiliation in private. Not loud abuse. We're talking about subtle digs. For example, she has a mocking tone. She undermining jokes, she tells you. Gives you eye rolls or just sighs when you tell her something. Just enough to shrink you. Never enough to call it out cleanly. And that ambiguity keeps you stuck. The eighth sign is you feel smaller over time. Now this one is big. Ask yourself, do I feel more confident since being with her or less? Do I feel more decisive or more hesitant? Do I feel more respected or more defensive? Narcissistic abuse reduces you quietly. Healthy love expands you. The ninth sign is you walk on eggshells in your own home. You monitor things like her tone, her mood and her reactions. You rehearse conversations. You over-explain. You edit yourself. Guys, that's not normal conflict. That's living in survival mode. That's no way to live. Now, here's what most men miss. None of these narcissistic behaviors look dramatic alone, but together, they create a system. A system where you doubt yourself, you shrink, you overfunction, you tolerate her abuse, you self-abandon. Narcissistic abuse in marriage doesn't explode, it erodes. And erosion is harder to detect. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you recognized multiple things on this list, you are not crazy, you are not weak, and you're not overreacting. You are likely in a pattern, and patterns can be broken, but only once you name them. If this episode hit home, comment below which one of these signs have you normalized. And if you want a deeper breakdown of these dynamics inside marriage or a relationship for that matter, my book, The Narcissistic Wife, goes far beyond this list. It explains the psychology, the manipulation patterns, the trauma bond, and how good men get trapped in toxic relationships. You can grab it on Amazon or at the link in the show notes below. And if you are serious about rebuilding after narcissistic abuse, check out my course, Break Free and Rebuild. I'll link it below in the description. This podcast is all about building powerful men who don't tolerate narcissistic abuse from women and help them to leave, to get out and get stronger. So thanks for listening, guys. Remember to stay strong, stay steady, stay narc free, and I'll see you in the next episode.